Oh, wait a minute, you thought this was it, yeah? This is not the big rock we've come to look at. The big rock is over there. I've been in the lakes now for a couple of days. I went up to celebrate my birthday and I went over to the island and we did a wild camp. I don't know whether that video's out before this or after this, but it's absolutely time that we went to look at a rock.
Gave me touching power to raise people if need be in the March of Wales.
Well, there's rocks all over the place, Andy. Yeah, I know, but this is a big rock apparently. And people go and they look at it and they go, that's a big rock. Well, I'm here in Borrowdale. And immediately the sound reminds me of something from the Borrowers or Lord of the Rings. And there's definitely something magical about this forest. It almost feels enchanted. It's absolutely beautiful. On the way up to find the Bowder Stone, there is these pure cliff faces of slate. And it might not come out on the camera, but there's such a beautiful blue colour up at the top, just breaking through the tree line. It's quite hard to see through all the trees, but it's quite an impressive sight. I don't think the camera will really do justice to how big that rock is. It's one big chunk of rock. In fact, if I can get some of the shots of the climbers here, you'll get a little bit of perspective on just how big this thing is. Borrowdale really is a beautiful forest. In fact, I probably might cover it here on the channel and do a couple of hikes, because I know there is one that's just beautiful, and we'll go up towards, well, we'll find some caves where somebody used to live. Let's leave it at that as a little teaser. Some of you might know where that is. But it is beautiful. Now, up here in the Lake District, one of my favourite places has always been Langdale, because where I usually used to stay on with the bikes was right in the valley, and it's far enough away outside of Ambleside that you really don't get many tourists. And a little bit like Borrowdale, because we're on the far side of Keswick, probably 20 minutes away, it's not as busy when it comes to tourists. So if you're looking for a nice peaceful hike with some beautiful scenery that I can imagine, if this place was covered in snow, would be absolutely, well, words can't really describe how amazing it would be. But just sitting here and chillaxing, the stress of work, the stress of commuting, the stress of the cities, it all just disappears. It's just me, Pepper. What else do you need? A dog, a girl. Highly recommend it.
Clarence opposing him, Edward knew that he could get away with anything that he wished. Only his brother Richard could have stood in his way, yet Richard himself had at the time been more than prepared to acquiesce in the bending of the law and the use of parliamentary statute as a means to fix his own inheritance. While Edward's own personal monarchy remained strong, the king's actions would not be a problem, yet they were undeniably storing up problems for the future. The disinherited, men such as William Berkeley, Ralph Neville,